Hello and welcome to Hybrid Budgets. If you're new here, my name's Lara and I bank stuff, cash stuff with placeholders, and that equates to what I'm putting in my bank pot digitally. So yeah, follow along. I feel like I've not done a video in so long, and I think partly it's because I've filmed all my videos at the beginning of August. Then we've been away on holiday, coming back, and it's all been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest, because I've started a new job in the same company, but it's now a lot more in our central section. So I'm just going to move the camera ever so slightly. So yeah, it's been a bit like literally came back from holiday and then the next day had to go down to London. So yeah, no, it's all good stuff, but you know, you just feel a bit blown away. And I'm like now looking and I'm like, I literally can't believe, like, what date we're on, like the 19th or something. It is a little bit insane, no, 20th today. So yeah, madness. So we did a double cash stuffing for week 1 and 2 because I went away. So holiday was amazing. So this was the one I bought on a silent auction, and yeah, the massive cock up, but you know what, it was really good. We had a really good time, the boys loved it as well. So yeah, we probably spent too much. I think I forget how much you spend eating out. I think I only had about 150 or whatnot left in my holiday fund. We'll see when we get to it. And the issue is you're like literally eating out every evening, every lunch, breakfast, and then like, we're not really skimping on alcohol either. So like it was very much UK prices in terms of if I'd been going out in Birmingham. But yeah, you're doing that for every meal. So I need to make sure I budget that for next holiday, especially if it's not like an all-inclusive or anything. Anyway, let's get to it. So I'm glad to be back and just reorganise a bit on what we're doing. We've started doing the guest bedroom up. We've moved some bits out. I had a bit of a cock up on that one because what was the cock up? I don't know whether it's myself or my partner, but we cocked up the measurement in one of the walls. So I think rather than 1.08, he said 1.8. So there was an additional like 700ml or whatever. So I thought things could fit when they couldn't fit. So as a result, our like cupboard doors can't open without fouling on the bed. So I've now gone and bought myself a roller, you know, to make it a sliding door instead, so we can still open the drawers. But that was another £70 in the home, which we need to allow for. But anyway, let's get into it. So for money wise, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 185, 190, 195, 200, 205, 210, 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, £240 cash stuff this week. It's a slightly smaller one. We're going to skip over some bits. Obviously, we did our general annual on week 1. So our annual's on week 1, so we're just going to do the birthdays in the annual folder. And all the subscriptions were all done, and we're skipping things like holiday and stuff, but we do need to go into it to remove a lot of stuff. So let's start with general. So all our annuals are done. I do those monthly. Let's work on birthdays. So who are we working on? We're on James, and this week he's going to get 40 to finish him off. So we've stuffed me dad, and I'm finishing the last of James, just so I've got his money to actually pay for his birthday. So James is done, so let's find him. James, here we go. So £40 going into him, and then he is fully funded. So James is my partner. He is getting what he's got, because I had to already buy it because it was on Amazon Prime Day. So this is just replenishing that pot basically. He's got an Amazon Kindle. My dad, I've not spent on him yet. I don't know what we're getting him. I think we're all going to go in and maybe get a barbecue, but he turns 80 next year, so we're debating whether to do that next year. And I need to get some paid placeholders, because both my niece 1 and niece 2 have had their birthdays and I've paid them their monies. Oh, for B, bless her, she's so into Harry Potter at the moment. So I should have got a video of it really. I made her a Marauders map of our family burrow, which is like my grand's house, and I did it with everyone who was in there, and then she like would open it up and it had like all the different things on it. You know, like our different rooms are called, like obviously like the downstairs toilet, the prefect's room, and then flew to Diagon Alley, and all that like bits and bobs. And then I said this way to Gringotts Bank, and then in the back I put like the cash in it. And bless her, so I'm going to take her out for a day in Birmingham and have a sleepover, which is like more the present for her, but at least she's got some money to spend because she's getting so old now. Not old, but she's turned 10 and she's, you know, and you're just like, oh, she wants, like, she's into Sephora and into like makeup and everything. I'm just like, no. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a sort of shopping day with her, and she really wants to get into Birmingham, so that'd be nice. Right, so let's get to it. Oh, you know what I've missed? I thought I missed something. Christmas. Right, so what did we do last week? I need to remind myself because it feels like an actual age ago. Where were we with Christmas? Because I'm juggling the 4 trackers, which is probably not useful, but hey. We are up to 20. I think is what I need to cash stuff. Yeah, so we did the thing and it was 10 and 10. So currently we have 500, 600, 620, 40, 60, 85, 685, and then we're putting in 20, so that would be, oh god, I can't do math, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, so £705. So first of all, let's cross off that 20. So that's the last of the 20s on, oh no, we've got 2 down here, 20. And then let's do, I'm doing this with the scratch off. I feel like this one's kind, this one's a bit of a bitch. And these ones we'll get to when we can get to it. So let's work on this one first. Let's move this in the way. Right, let's do this one. 15 for next week. Let me write a note. Right, and then I'm going to do one more of this one. 20. Ugh. That's fine. We'll get that in. So 15 plus 20 is £35 for next week. I budget roughly £90 a month to go into Christmas, but we will make that work and I'll just adjust something from something else. Perfect, so that is Christmas done. So much for me saying these bloody Rudolphs were nice to me. No, they were not. But anyway, Christmas is done. Then let's move on to the variables. So home maintenance. So I did a big rejig of this one because we're working on getting the IKEA furniture. So which tracker did we get to? Oh, how did I know this was going to happen? So we have bought the bed. Bed is bought. We are working on the Wilhel's unit. So I don't know why I always put like a bit of an accent on it. I sound like a knob. Anyway, so we've got 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, £350 so far. And this week we will be putting in £20 to go into home. So let's get this coloured in. So let's do these two here. So we now have 100, 200, 300 and £70 in home, which is really good. I'm going to swap that way. There we go. So we've got a confession to make. We did put it to buy it, partly because my partner's on summer holiday at the minute, so it was useful for him while we were in for him to receive the delivery. We did buy it. We set it up last weekend. So this is now very much, I didn't want to put it into debt because it is very much home and it's my partner's card. But this will be going, once we've saved up for it all, that whole lump sum then can just go and pay off the card. And he's doing similar So I think I went through the split in week 1 and 2, how much I'm paying and how much he's paying. So this is basically saving up for my portion, then that'll get paid off. It's the card we had out for our honeymoon. So we know we're going to, I know we're going to get gifts. We've asked people for gifts for our wedding in terms of money for the honeymoon, but obviously we want to get something booked, so we go away pretty much straight after. So we ummed and ahed about it, and we were like, we don't really have enough in holiday to do that, so we've did a purchase 0% purchase card, just so we could secure it, get the flights, get everything sorted, so we know what we were needing, just so we've straight after. But because we had a bit of space left on that card, I know we shouldn't actively do it, but we were just like, well, we actually want to get this done for the wedding. So we've got not even for the wedding, but before the wedding. So I've got space in the guest room to do wedding stuff, because currently it's all over the house. So just for my own sense of like, so I've bought like a trestle table. We've got a day bed, so that folds up, so I can like do loads of crafts and stuff in there, and move it about. So we've done that now. We've ordered it. I just need to put those rollers on the oh my gosh, cupboard, and yeah, then it's all set up and all good to go. Right, holiday, well, it's not getting stuffed, but I need to unstuff it. So yeah, all of this is now spent. So I did have, and this is going to be really depressing to go through, 120, 40, 60, 80, £210, so that's all gone. So I'm going to unstuff all that, and I'm just going to move on to September as a fresh start, so we won't be stuffing this till September now. So yeah, holidays in zero. I think we just underestimated how much things would be, but we didn't, you know, we still managed it. We had a holiday fund, and I'm glad we had that, and I even used a bit from eating out just to top bits up. But yeah, we had a really good time, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world. But yeah, I just think for next time we just need to make sure we have that topped up. Debt is sorry, gonna get £30 this week. So we did the direct debits last week because they come out in week 2. So this is coming out, and on my priority card, which is my Virgin Blue, so I'm going to cross off £30 on this one. So we stuffed 50 last week, well, the plus 2 weeks. So this is going to get 30. So I'm going to cross off 3 of these 10s. 1, 2, 3. And then how this tracker works is once I've done a line, you can then roll that up into a 50. Once I've done a line of 50s, that can get rolled up. So gradually I'll get these bigger numbers paid off, and then it'll leave the smaller numbers. So I'm just going to condense it all basically. So we have £80 we've paid off in debt this month, which is really good. And I think I might have a bit left over end of this month, so I'm going to put that towards debt as well. Emergency fund, so I budget £20 for my emergency fund, and then I roll the dice, and we will see what we are stuffing this week. We are stuffing £10. So we have an emergency fund currently 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, £350, and it's getting another 10. So I need a dark green. There we go. And then health is going to get £10 this week. So where are we up to on health? I think we're nearly done with health, you know. So we have 100, 150, 170, 180, another £10, 190, and yeah, we're nearly there. So once this is done, I won't add any more to it, but I will just keep it in the account, and it just will gain a little bit of interest being in there, and it's just ready to go whenever we've got a health situation. For me, I've got private dental through my work. I don't like gain anything for it. We just paid like £30 a month for me and my partner. So that reimburses it pretty much. It's not even private dental, because it's not like you go to a private dentist. It just covers the cost of a dentist. So there's certain stuff it will cover. So it's more like our health emergency fund anyway, but it just gets automated and it automatically gets taken out of my paycheck. So that it's been pretty good in terms of how quick they turn around the payment on that. So actually this is now more for my glasses, because they usually do come into like at least £170, but it's just useful to have a little pot if we do have a health emergency that we're like, oh, okay, that's good. And I think there's like an excess on some treatments, so again it's just useful to have that in the bag. Odds and evens. So for odds and evens I budget £10 in the shape of 2 5s, and then I roll a dice. Nope. And that's an odd, so I'll be stuffing just £5, and that's going to go into number 3, which is holiday. So this is the yearly challenge I do. So at the end of the year, these will get unstuffed and put into the various categories. So we have extra over credit card debt, mum and dad, holiday, and emergency fund. So this week, holiday is going to get 5. I don't look at what's in these. It'll be a nice little surprise at the end of the year. Also, this is an account with interest as well, so any additional interest can go somewhere. So I'll probably roll the dice and decide where that can go. So that's to reallocate. And then electronics is, what's electronics going to get? Going to get £10 this week. So what have we got in electronics? I can't wait to start these new trackers. I think we're going to get 2025 done by the end of 25, which would be good. So this is from Essex Cash Stuffing. So we have 100, 250, 290, so £300 in this one now. So let's get a colour. Let's do this one up here. So the big stars are £10, little stars are £5. This is saving up, so this is why it's quite a general electronics one. This is saving up, so we want a laptop between us two. My partner also wants a PS4 or an Xbox. Oh, I can't remember. Because to be fair, I use his Switch all the time. So he wants that one, like a lounge one. And then I'm after a defibrillator. And then, although my dad made inklings that he might buy us one. And yeah, just general electronics like that. There's probably some Ninja, like my friends got, well, our cousins have got a Ninja, like an outdoor grill when they really rate. So yeah, it's just bits and bobs for that. So it's just useful to have it. And then finally, let's work in future. So we're not actually going to stuff any of this stuff this week. We consolidated quite a bit, put in the tracker. So we are up to, what are we up to? We are up to £7,000, 7,000, 40, 80, 120, 7,120 pounds. So yeah, we're going to move straight on to the Wonderland challenge, because then that condenses into this tracker. So we're not paying anything additional this week. So let's move into the Wonderland challenge. So we're very close to finishing this as well. So we've only got Queen of Rainbow Hearts and Down the Rabbit Hole left. So let's get this one out. And I have not condensed it, so that was very not useful of me. So I think we've probably got 2 weeks left of this. So by end of August, I think we'll have done these. So Queen of Rainbow Hearts has 400 and 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, just checking that corresponds with the tracker. And let's get a dice. It's not the right one, but it will do. So let's do 3 of these today. So 4, which is £10, which is red. 2, which is £5, and that's dark purple. And then finally one which is £5, and that's the light pink. So with this one I've just selected 5, 10, 15, but you can choose whatever amount you want to put towards it. So that's another £5 going in. So only £20 going in this one this month, which is this week, which is fine. So we've got a bit more to go into down the rabbit hole. You never know, we might be able to finish down the rabbit hole if I don't keep on landing on that which one. Which one? The woman's caught you on. So let's do plus 20 here. I need to re-wipe this off. Right, where are we up to in this? We did get quite far, yeah. So does every half a chance we might actually get this? She's just gone and lost the dice she was using. Oh, well, boy. Right, so we're here, we're on Alice. £1, £5. Three, £1, £2, £3, £3, and I roll up, so that's £5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. Land on a total, jump forward 2 spaces, 1, 2, £8. That's 10 going in. 6. We're past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Oh my gosh, guys! I think we're going to win. 2, 1, 2, £7. 2. 3, so £5. 6. Fuck it, we're in. We've entered Wonderland. I don't know how to big tick. Cross feels weird. You know what? I'm going to colour in this thing. We've entered. It is done. I didn't put any money in. I'm going to put just 10 in just because we've entered it. So it feels like it's got something. So in total we have 10, 20, 30, 40, £50 we're adding to down the rabbit hole. And it already has 200, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, so 305 plus 305, 310, 315, 320, 325, 335, 345, £355, which is amazing. So I'm just going to add 50 to this one. So in total this month we did 1,770 plus 70. So I don't have my calculator. 1 second. Oh, here it is. 170 plus 70 is 1,840 we've saved in total. 1,000 using the Wonderland savings binder, which is amazing. Right, and now we're going to reallocate, and I'm also going to put this extra 10 to go towards future as well. So let's get this reallocated. Oh my god, this feels so good. So, future, let's see what we've got. We have 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's 300. And then, oh god, I'm making a right state of this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. Is that right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. So £365. Why have I just gone and done that? I don't know. Let's work this in hundreds. 50, 50. £365. So let's do the 200 straight away, which is a dark blue. So that 200 can go in. Still not fix this binder. And then we've got 165 left. So 165, let's see what we can finish off on this tracker. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we can definitely do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 80. So let's take all this out. So this should be 200. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80. Let's do this again. 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 180, 190. Yep, £200 there. So let's get a placeholder for that £200. And that is going in here. And this means we can colour off a light green. Guys, I'm so excited. Perfect. And then I need to wipe off this tracker, don't I? So give me a second. As I'm in a right old pickle, it literally sprayed everywhere and everything's leaked and doing really well. I'm doing really well. Right, let's see what we've got to put on the tracker. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. And I'm going to reallocate one of the 5s just to make it 90, just to make it a bit easier. So we have £90 going into this tracker now. So let me just colour in my pigs. So that's £90 going in for this one. So we're saving up now for our next 200. Which will be really exciting. And then next week we're obviously going to finish the Wonderland Savings Challenge, which is really exciting. Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time coming, but it'd be really nice because I think I bought it initially to save for wedding, which is obviously what it's gone to, but it just was a bit funner than doing this challenge. But then, to be honest, I think with like getting towards the end, because obviously this is saving for October, what will be nice is when that's done, that's why I brought in like the Christmas one and mixing it around a bit, the Christmas tracker. So yeah, perfect. So I think we are there. I need to put a bit of tape on that one. So yeah, £7,400 saved in total to wedding. I wish it was in an account just sat there at the minute, but we have obviously spent stuff on wedding. You know, we've had final payments due in and stuff, but it's just insane to know this is how much we've put towards it. So really chuffed. And I think I'm going to keep, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this tracker or do something similar to like the Iris binder budget one, you know, and do a bit of a thingy tracker. But I do like this saving up little bits to get to a bigger one. God, use the English language, Lara. So yeah, I quite like that. So it might be that I do this similar to this with the binder or keep it in. I'm not too sure, but we will work it through. But yeah, this will essentially, whatever happens, this will get retired in October because you can see it's had its wear and tear and it just needs a little refresh. It just needs a little something. So yeah, well, that has been week 3 cash stuffing done. Thank you so much for watching along. Please like, comment or whatnot. Like, how have you guys been up to? Can anyone else believe it's like end of August? Well, I feel like it's the end of August. I just feel like, you know, what's going on. And then this other £10, sorry, I'm just gonna smoosh it into next week, especially as I pulled that extra 20 on Christmas. So I'm going to put that in there to help top that up for next week, and also put this one away. So yeah, that is it for the week 3 cash stuffing of August. I've got to catch up on loads of videos, so if I haven't commented or liked or anything, do let me know. There's loads I need to catch up on, so apologies, I will be probably spamming you all. So yeah, but I hope you've all had a lovely week. I hope you all have a lovely rest of August, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.